Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode, I guess, even though I don't really keep count of episodes anymore. To the Power Up Podcast, a podcast that was created out of rage when my friend got the cancellation uh, blowback. I don't know if you know Edwin, but like I had my friend and I, we were both going up and trying to be voice actors and whatnot. Something I'd still would like to try to do as well. And my friend worked really hard and started climbing the ranks, and unfortunately had wrong think, and they shut the door on him and stuff like that. So that's kind of how the origin of this show kind of started out. And like with like Nick Ricada and stuff, something that he said that I resonated with is the idea of being entertained for the sake of entertainment is dying, because
Yeah.
like nothing, it's like no one can just sit back and just enjoy what have you, whatever it is, without having some sort of damn lecture or some sort of retconning happening too. So that's kind of why I created this show, to mostly as a cheap excuse to hang out with people and just and nerd out and stuff. Um, my phone just blaring at me, sort of thing. But yeah, today's my birthday, and whatever.
No, happy birthday, man.
Well, thank you, thank you. 35 years old, so
It's a good age. Just
yeah,
hitting your prime.
yep. I'm still there,
You got
but
5 more years, and then it's all downhill.
all downhill. Uh-oh,
Yeah, trust
I'm
me.
gonna.
You'll wake up. You'll wake up
Oh,
out of bed. You'll be like, I slept for 8 hours. Why does my knee hurt? Why does my back hurt? And no, you're just old. That's it. So
yeah,
I'm sticking
absolutely.
away.
I'm
But you still got a couple more years now that you're in your mid 30s. So enjoy them.
okay. Okay, I'm assuming this is from experience.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
yep. Okay.
This was a good time. 5 years ago, it was a good time.
Good times 5 years ago. So,
Yeah.
if anyone new that just joined, we have Edwin, and just met him just now, not too long ago. So feel free to introduce yourself if you would so like. We were chatting a
Sure.
little bit, and want to feel free to just let people know what it is you do and what all it entails and stuff.
Yeah, so my name is Edwin Acevedo. I am a writer slash creator. I've been crowdfunding my own comics now for about 4 years. Started with the Ace Volume 1 on Indiegogo. Ended up having successfully crowdfunded that and then fulfilling it. I've done some other projects. I've written a short story for Alterna Comics a couple years ago for their anthology series that came out on a Wednesday. I followed that up with the Ace Volume 2, which was also successfully crowdfunded at Indiegogo, shipped that out, fulfilled it. I did a special ash can called Bloodbone over
Ooh,
like the winter, fulfilled that one too. And now I got two more projects coming out this year. I have the Ace Volume 3 coming out in September, and I got a new project which I'm hope to talk a little bit about for the next couple of months. It's called Raid of the White Leopard Book 1. That
ooh,
story that I did for Alterna Comics was a short story about some Vikings who get caught up in a storm and they wind up in a strange island. So I'm
ooh.
taking that and I'm expanding on that for this 20-page floppy. It's a really fun story. It's got amazing artwork by Avery Butterworth. He's done work with Phil Diaz for Lost Pages and just has an amazing kind of style. And yeah, I'm really pumped I'm going to be launching that on fundmycomic.com on April 28th.
Oh,
So
cool.
you'll be seeing, me make the rounds all around with that. So yeah, I'm excited right now. I have a mailing list for people to sign up. If they sign up, they end up getting a bit of a discount on the book once it launches in April.
Hey,
So yeah, right now
very
I'm just
cool.
kind of focusing on that, man. So yeah,
Oh, sweet. Do you have anything? I know you listed off a bunch of stuff. Was one of those active right now?
the mailing list for Raid of the White Leopard.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you have a link?
yeah,
Yeah, you could feel free to shoot it over to me and we can pull it up. While you do that, I can text my friend real quick and be like, "I'm in a show. What are you doing? What do you need, fool?" think should just be able to share it in the private chat. But
Yeah.
have you been in comics like all your life, sort of thing? Like, did you like sort of get into it at a younger age or like teenage or something like that? Ooh, got someone else.
Oh, nice.
We've got Sim. Hey,
What's
what's up?
up? There you go.
Sim, are you at an airport?
No, why? It's not picking up the right mic, I guess.
Yeah, it's no,
We
it's, it
can hear you
sounds.
now. I can hear you now.
Hold on. Let me go check if it's picking up my Yeti. How do I check this?
Yeah, I'm cheap. I use the alternative. I use the StreamYard alternative, which hey, I ran into problems as well, but whatever. Mostly because I know people like at least watching with Nick and stuff, like he complained about the audio stuff. I'm like, yeah, that does kind of suck to deal with.
There we go. So it should
Oh,
be in the
sweet.
private chat.
Yeah. Pull that bad boy up. Buzzing.
There we go.
There we go. Dude, I
Yep.
like the fonts and the like detail in the title.
Yeah, the logo's great. That's by How
Yeah.
Comics. He does all my logos for all my books. He's severely underrated guy.
I'm gonna leave because I can't find the settings. I'm gonna leave and come back because when I come in, they ask me for all the settings, so I'm gonna check that.
Okay.
Because I can't. I'm checking in the settings there, and the only thing they let me do is upload my avatar. So it doesn't seem to have any audio settings. So I'm just gonna check out and come back in a second.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, do whatever you need to do. So yeah, I definitely love the logo too. I'm always a big fan of like your black and white ink and sort of stuff. I'm assuming it'd be colored as well.
No, this is all gray tones.
Oh, it
Avery has
is.
a
Oh,
very,
cool.
very cool kind of different style. You see some of the pages that'll be below there. It shows like what his style is like. This is the cover. This is probably the only thing that's going to be colored. That's by Donald DeLay.
Ooh,
Did
nice.
that. Colors by How Comics also. So yeah,
Very
it's
cool. That is very bloody, and I love
it
it.
is. So about no, this book doesn't pull any punches, so it definitely can get bloody and violent, which
Oh yeah,
is awesome. Kind of it's completely something different from everything I've done. So
cool.
yeah.
Very cool.
I'm sure I come in better now.
Oh
You
yeah, now you
sound
come
good.
better, bro.
Turn you up a little bit. Oh, and then Joe's here.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What up, Joe? You get
Oh,
those
nothing like
young
yeah,
whippersnappers back into bed?
sort of. It was a process tonight, man. Like it's like the first half of the day they were just complete angels, like perfect little saints. And then something happened at 3 o'clock. I don't even know what it was, but it's just like a something clicked in their heads that said, "I'm going to turn into a fucking demon for the entire rest of the day and torture my father till 10 o'clock at night." So.
Okay. Well, thank you for sending out the link and send stuff to get new people in. That's awesome.
Oh
We're
yeah, for sure, brother. My
currently
homie. What's up, Sim? What's up, Ace?
What's
What's
going
up?
on, Jay?
we are currently looking at Raid of the White Leopard. And
Oh yeah, beautiful looking book, man. Can't wait.
big fan of that red hair.
Oh yeah.
We're a dying breed, and we need
You
sweet
know,
representation.
I got Angelique in the ace, and then I got Eric right here. Right of the White Leopard, man, bringing the redheads back.
Nice.
Wait till you
Well,
see mine.
Sweet.
He's a power ginger.
Awesome. Power ginger. Hey,
Power Ginger.
that's all what we need. Yeah, like what you said, monochrome or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
monochrome.
like the gray tones. That's
Yeah, gray
like
tone.
really kind of
Mono something, but yeah, I'm really dude, I love the design style. Let me see if I can zoom in. That's damn it, Brave. That did not help. at all, but whatever. Kind of, yeah, excellent detail. Yeah, something so amazing and just so simple with black and white, but yet it can just convey so much. Um,
Yeah,
it's something I.
Avery has like a great ability for like detail in the
Mhm.
little kind of tiny panels. He can put so much in, and then he can do like great stuff like the one on the right there, which is that's one of the newer pages that he's doing right now. It's a
And not to
brand new
mention,
page right there.
the last name Butterworth. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it is
Yeah.
the best names in comics.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, anybody new checking it out? Yeah, we've got Raid of the White Leopard that you can sign up for on the mailing list to receive a special discount coupon for the book when it launches on funmycomic.com. That is sweet. Yeah. I'm just mesmerized just taking in all that stuff like cuz that's
Yeah,
just in general when just scrolling down like Twitter and stuff and cuz friends with Joe and other people and um you just see all sorts of amazing artwork and stuff and it's just like you just take it all in and stuff because I didn't really grow up with comics and I kind of wish I would have in a sense but I read more manga than anything so I just love seeing the different types of style of people's art style and whatnot and
The best part about that is though is like
Mhm.
you haven't been soured on comics either. So
Mm,
there's like this giant universe of stuff out there for you to explore. That's literally it's kind of like getting like 100 years worth of content from
Mhm.
all over the place in a way. Because there's so many comics that have been made that were good over the course of even just the last like 40 or 50 years. That if it's like someone that's kind of new to comics, it's like well, you got a lot of good stuff to look forward to at least. It may not be new, but there's still a lot of good out there.
No, yeah,
Our new
absolutely.
stuff is good, but DC and Marvel, you know what I mean.
yeah.
What are you talking about? I heard they're top notch.
They're the cream of the crop,
Cream of the crop.
the big dogs.
The big dogs. But switching over, Sim, nice to meet you. Thanks for swinging on by.
nice to be here.
And I saw that you will pull up your Indiegogo as well. And Edwin kind of gave a little bit of background about him. So love to hear a little bit about yourself, if you wouldn't mind. That'd be
Oh,
pretty
my
sick.
name is my name is Simon. I come from Canada, Montreal.
Nice.
So that's why you have that little accent here. I'm not Puerto Rican. I speak both languages and French.
Oh, nice. There you go.
He comes from the land of the most beautiful women on planet Earth. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have believed it until I saw it, and I was like, "Good Lord, they're right." But yeah, go ahead.
So I've been doing comics for a little while. I started with fanzines in 2009 with something called Wolf Dragon.
Okay.
Then in 2012, I started the Nat the Merc stuff and something in a French magazine called Zidara 9. And the idea was to introduce like an entire universe and multiple characters in the same universe, but without telling people and short stories. So one short story at a time. So the first one was Nat. Then you had a prelude to Nat, but it was called Fate. So the entire story makes you believe that it's something else until you lead that it's a bit of the origin of Nat, and so on and so forth. Like I introduced Rose, and then you find out she knows Nat, and then that's when it got canceled. So
Oh, well, that's retarded.
so when all of this, indie comic on, all that crowd started with CG and everything, I decided to come back on Indiegogo, and I did Blood Hunt, which funded pretty well, got fulfilled. People liked it. It was the assassin vampire, not a guy that kills vampires. He's a vampire that kills people for money. So the entire premise is the guy gets betrayed, gets turned into a vampire, and goes on a path of vengeance. And that's pretty much what it is. It's a bloody mayhem from page 1 to 76.
Nice.
And
Man,
if
he
you
must
missed
be
out, you
really
can.
salty.
And then you have Not the Merc. And I started with Tales on the Nightverse to kind of have you could say it's an anthology, but it's more like a collection of short story in the same universe. So it's multiple comic books in one big book. So it's technically an anthology, but in the same universe. So I did number 1, which reprinted the 3 first stories that were in Zidara 9, plus new material. and that's how I set it up. So you technically have non-chronological stories of Nat and other characters, and one current story, which is Blood Brothers in the first one, and Metal Valkyrie in the second one, where we introduce that green hair babe there with the abs.
Yes, the abs. That's
because I kind of want her to look like an MMA fighter. She kind of needs to stand down next to Nat. You know what I mean? Like, look at that power ginger right there. Look at that shag on his chest.
You know it, man.
Like you don't even bother with the metal arm. Just look at the shag on his chest, and it's the same shape as his ship.
Does he have to trim it to get to that shape?
No, he does not. It growed like that.
Nice. So he's like connected, like beyond physicality with his ship.
Yeah, and he was born with that metal arm, which gives him a type of like what do we call it, technomancer type of ability, where you can hack technology with it. And it also changed its shape into blades and I could say claws, another type of thing. And you'll find out, as much as he goes, what he can do with it as well. Like the glasses in his face come from the arm. Like he technically just touches his temple and you see the glasses form. And with that, he has a UI that he can control the ship.
Sweet.
Luani, on the other hand, she's a synthetic being. And what you find out in there is that she has a bite that can transform into a body armor.
Ooh.
So check out the trailer, because I did some really cool animations in there.
Yeah, we'll play this sucker. Let's
Hello, my name is Sim, and welcome to the Netverse.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very cool. Can't get over those bulging abs and that sweet ass goatee.
And one of the
I mainly
highlights.
thought of Dragon Age. I just got done playing Dragon Age 2, and it was just that chest hair reminds me of a character, like one of the main characters from that, Varric. He's like a small like dwarf that's red hair and like
I love dwarves.
and like just always has like his shirt open to just show all this like red hair. And I'm like,
pretty much it.
Varric.
Yeah. He's that. Yeah. It's his manly ways. And the campaign is technically a second chance campaign, because we ran the first campaign, but then I got slowed down because I had to move and a whole bunch of stuff got in the way. So I announced everybody I was going to close the in-demand and come back when everything was back on track, and we're back. And people were asking me to bring something new and original to a second chance campaign. So what I did with it, it's on this one, you get access to a 20-page ashcan that has a Preston Acevedo cover. It's limited, numbered, signed, and will come with a sketch on the interior back cover.
Ouch.
We have a swimsuit special print that's also signed. And I also sculpted a 3D model of Nat that's going to be printed as a mini that's going to be like 2-inch tall. And it's going to come with a bullet casing on it.
Ooh.
And a nice little card that's going to say how many I printed, signed, and everything, numbered. And that's only available as an add-on. And I did not put the bullet case on Indiegogo because I'm pretty sure you understand why.
Oh yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, because I call it the bullet gnat mini, but if I put that on the campaign, that would not pass. So,
Yeah, because they suck.
but if you
They
keep
just
scrolling
can't get
down, you're gonna
over it.
see the mini, or I can show it to you in a 3D program after. But these are all that's Planet 69. That's the biggest story in the book. It has like 40 pages, and a prelude, not a prelude. What do we call it? Prologue, after
Yeah.
epilogue. Sorry.
Epilogue.
Yeah.
Look at that smile. That is the smile of a man about ready to go do something.
Mm-hmm. And he's about to go face that nice little big kaiju right there.
Oh yeah, nice. Kind of have like a Cthulhu look to it.
Mm-hmm. That's the point. Then you have
I'm
Luwani
glad
that
I
comes
picked
in.
it up pretty quick, fairly quickly. Very cool. Yeah, if anyone's interested, like check this out, Indiegogo, for sure. I'll add it in the description, but very cool. Well, I guess
Thanks.
with both you, Sim, and Edwin, so what did you, because it sounded like both of you guys had kind of like the experience, or at least ran into like the whole bullshit cancellation sort of thing.
I
Is
was
that
born in it.
What's up?
I was born in it, molded
You were
by
born
it.
in-
No, I'm joking. But...
He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
canceled
since the
out
get go.
alone.
Yeah, dude, the entire shit started when I was finishing university, where they started going after people about the costume and the thing too sexy and stuff, and yeah.
What year was that? Like that you noticed?
20. It started in like 2012, 2014 or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious! And like
2016 was when it hit the.
And you said you're from Canada, correct?
Yep.
So is that like, I'm kind of curious because
I'm in Quebec, Canada. Yeah.
okay, like was there kind of like a discrepancy like between Canada and then like the U.S. like what of the ideology like hitting that you kind of noticed like just from seeing what other people and then what you experienced, or did it like all just like come as a giant wave just crashing through?
It's more like a wave that started coming in slowly by the one was to stop making women too sexy, then it started going into all the rest. But the thing is, I saw us becoming more like from going from the US to trying to mimic what was happening in the UK. Does that round it up? So technically, you see what's happening somewhere else and you see it coming towards you, and
Yeah.
I was giving my buddies a heads up.
Well, that still baffles me with the whole like.
Dude, yeah, you have to do that. Can go on live TV and call a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of names. Come on, when I'm like, wow, how is that guy still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get. Well, I do get it, and I think it's fucking retarded. But like this idea that like women have to be portrayed a specific way.
But yet they portray themselves differently on media.
Exactly, yeah, and it's something
and worse than what we would do.
Well, it's kind of like when you play like where people bitching about like well, for example, Hogwarts Legacy and that whole shtick and that stuff. But even with like Wizards of the Coast and like Dungeons and Dragons, they're
Magic the Gathering.
The
card started being weird. It's like, it's like another thing I've noticed is like there's nothing in designs anymore or actually art. Everything has to look like somebody in there. Like it's like because you work on the card, it has to be you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
like the art went down. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, you're fine, man. I was just saying, like, yeah, you see a mishmash of the everyone feeling they have to be represented in everything they do, and it's like,
but that's
like how happy I'd be drawing Heyday Superman without me ever being represented by Superman. Like maybe it's just partially a male thing. I have seen studies where it's like Lego found that little boys like to play with a Batman toy as if it's Batman, and little girls when they play with a Batman toy like to make Batman act like them. Like, and that was kind of universal across the board in terms of like the little boy and girl gender differences. So Lego's like, if we're gonna get little girls, we gotta find a toy where they can insert their personality into it, where that's part of the purpose of it, rather than where little boys want to be Luke Skywalker. They don't want Luke Skywalker to be them. So
the famous Lego study.
yeah. So except nowadays it's all like people's weird fetishes and pervert hang-ups and pedophilia. God knows what else.
And let's be honest, like I'm a guy that played Magic. Like I got in late, right? But I really got into it. I'm playing with my family, my kids, and stuff like that.
When did you get into it?
And none of us actually buy those cards and like those cards. We liked them because the art was sick, because it was stylized, because it was, you had the paintings that were freaking awesome. And now everything has to be photorealistic. Like it's, hey, let's Photoshop that person with an armor on it. And I'm sorry, that killed it for me. And I got into it, like, I don't know, 2016, 2014.
Okay, I was just curious because I actually used to play Magic: The Gathering. I guess I was.
Yeah, my bro did international championships of Magic: The Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh. So he's the one that got me into it.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got into it when way back, like 2000. Like 10, I think 11. I got in when like the end of World Wake was happening and the whole buzz was Jace the Mind Sculpture. And like I continued playing with my friends and stuff like that. Like I went to a couple tournaments. I don't know, I'm weird because like I enjoy playing the card game, but it's like when it became like let's go to a tournament and like face other people. And maybe it's just my antisocial nature. I'm just like I don't really want to go and
but it's like no, it's something I had to explain, my bro. It's like since he did competition, when he plays, is in competitive mode. He wants to destroy you, wants to control you, he wants to do this. He doesn't want to play. He's not having fun like you're playing a game card. You know what I mean? There's two ways of playing Magic. Magic, there's the fun way of it, and there's the I will ruin your day. So if you're just going in for a casual gaming and you're the one who's in competition, it's not as fun.
No, that's an excellent way of putting it, and that's something that I could pick up right away with certain people because it's like, dude, like I'm here just to be the casual person, and if a tournament's trying to encourage casual people to come in, like, yeah, people can get competitive, but it's like, dude, calm down, man, because you can turn.
But then you get that because you also get that in that world because of the deck building. So you build your decks, right? One of the best way that we broke it here, it was we bought the big box. I think every year or so they release a big box with multiple decks in it, pre-made decks. So we bought that. So when we all want to play casual for fun, we just grab those decks because there's, then you do with what you have.
What is that? The cube sort of thing? Is that the one where like you open up a booster pack and like kind of like take one?
No. There's an actual big box, like a board game type version, and when you open it, there's 8 boxes in it. So you have some from different, pre-made decks.
Hey, Aaron, what's up? He says, "What's up, bros?
What's up?
What's up, Calamari?
Yeah, what up, Aaron?
What up, bro?" Oh man, yeah, Magic just got like way too expensive for me, and then like that's kind of like the weird thing too. Like especially when something like Magic becomes like competitive, because I remember because when we were talking about it, we would get to the point of like, oh, the professional players and stuff like that, and then it like slowly turned into just a like, oh yeah, this person ran that deck, so all you got to do is just buy those cards, and then boom, there you go, you're an awesome player. And it's like, well, kind of, I guess, but
yeah, but
really.
There's also the other way around it. We had a friend that was kept opening his mouth because he did competition. He had like a $5,000 deck. Kept telling me and Davey was gonna kick our asses and shit like that, right? So we all start playing. Takes out his freaking deck. He beats Dave, but I kicked his ass. and I was new. He got so goddamn pissed. It's not even fucking funny. He didn't want to play. He never wants to play us again.
Really?
I
Just
beat his
like that?
$5,000 deck. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I had a not $5,000. I had like a 500 deck one time, but that was just because at one point everyone's like, "Yeah, just make the best deck, and we're gonna have like an old school legacy deck." And I made like a black and blue mill deck, so I got like grindstone and all that stuff, and pretty much if I got the right cards, it was a 1-turn win sort of thing. But other than that, it was like, yeah, if I don't get the right cards, like I'm fucked, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I
my
get it.
goodness gracious!
Well,
Yeah,
let me say this about gaming, because
Sure.
you might want to. We should all count our blessings that Wizards of the Coast is keeping Magic and D&D alive. You guys, like, let's be glad EverQuest is dead, because that had motherfuckers killing themselves back in 1998. I mean, we should be glad the scourge that is EverQuest has finally been defeated by the likes of Magic and D&D.
It's one of the
Oh
things
Lord.
I don't understand is watching all those gamers, but all those big companies that had those, like, let's say, legacy brands, right? Like now it's Warhammer 40K as well. Like, they all technically taking a dump on their fanhood, on their fandom.
Mhm.
Like, I don't get it. Like,
It's embarrassing, dude.
yeah, it's like me going, "Hey,
Yeah.
you bought my book, you like my book, yeah, but fuck you."
Yeah.
To me, it comes to the same freaking thing. It's like, no, say thank you. You're not liking it? Well, I'm sorry. I hope the next one you like it. I'll try and, and that's it. Or, and people should stop telling people to write Superman like Batman.
Like, oh, yeah, you hate my book because it's nothing like how I described it whatsoever. What are you, some kind of racist son of a bitch?
It's
Like,
always
no, we
that.
don't. We
That's
don't
like-
have that problem over here. That's exclusive to these fucking companies.
Yeah.
Like, you guys know you're going to irritate people. Just give your know your customer.
Well, I think
Stop letting
also
fucking
too.
mentally ill people ruin your companies.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely think and I'd like to know what you guys think as well. Like, there's definitely an infestation that's obviously creeping or has already crept in. For example, comics. It's happening with anime. It's happening with video games and whatnot.
In
And
movies, the first one was movies.
It's definitely this, like, what you guys were talking about with the whole like when they attack you because, like, well, you're not real fans because you're not supporting my version of it and stuff like that. And I genuinely believe it's like, well, first of all, the people who you think are fans aren't fans. They're activists. They never gave a shit about what you're trying to do.
But just look at them on social media right now. If you look on Facebook, right, it's all
Mhm.
about wording, right? So it's lying with wording. So they're gonna
Mhm.
say fans want this, and you could say you're lying because most of the fans don't. But no, I said fans, so it could be just 5.
Yeah.
And they all talk that way. Fans are demanding that person to play this, and you're like, no, we're not. And you can see the amount of replies in there going, no, we're not.
Oh yeah,
Which fans?
absolutely. You gotta love it when the ratio is just so real. It's like you pulling so much bullshit out of your asshole. Like
Mhm.
no one. But that's the thing. That's what they try. That's what they want to do because they can just find the one thing that sort of agrees with them. They're gonna run with that forever.
Yep.
Be like, see, we showed you, sort of thing. And it's like, well, I mean, and this is the whole thing where the cuck in the corner. Everyone's fine with it. I'm not fine with it. Well, fuck you. Like, stay in the corner then. Like, we're not like, why does everything have to change just for you guys? And plus, like, people,
But it's
like,
not just that. Is that they're shitting on the people that are like, you're not a real fan because you're not liking my version of Batman. But the thing is, Batman would not be there without all the fans that kept him alive for all these years, which are complaining at this moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with Disney.
Oh, fucking Disney. Oh my
Am I-
gosh. That Little Mermaid bullshit.
Dude, I retweeted that image of Godzilla eating her. I thought that was awesome. I want to see that movie.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah, I think I saw you retweeting it, and I retweeted too. That was amazing. I was like,
Or the
oh
fact
my
that-
gosh.
Or the fact that they casted The Rock as Abby for The Last of Us, and the source is, trust me, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, to me, it's like the funniest part of that meme is the source. Trust me, dude.
Yeah. But dude, that's hilarious. But that Godzilla one too was like,
Mhm.
it was pinpoint, like exactly, because that's what I saw everyone complaining about the poster. What the one up is like, why is everything looking so grim and like
Mhm.
terrible? Like, is this a slasher film? I didn't know it was going to be like a slasher film. Ariel gets pissed off and just murks all her merfolk.
You're expecting the Disney version because the original version is not as nice, but yeah.
Yeah, let me
It's a bit
did you guys see
gruesome, the
that
first one.
one where it's I saw one on Twitter where it's like someone posted a comparison shot of like the cartoon of them in like the carriage
Mm.
and then like an actual like what the real life one looks like. It's fucking terrible. It's
So
like
we had a live action Little Mermaid a long time ago. It's called Splash. You remember that movie?
I
Yeah,
I
that's a
never
classic.
saw it, but it sounds
Right?
familiar.
What was it? Behringer? Something like that? What was her name? The girl that played Vicky Vale in Batman.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Kim Basinger.
Kim Basinger. There you go. I think that was her. Or it was the girl in Kill Bill. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I think it was Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Anna. There you go. The girl from Kill Bill. Yeah. That
Sweetheart,
plays the
that
evil
was
with the patch.
sweetheart,
Yeah,
that was
Daryl Anna.
a girl.
Right.
That was a guy. What? Yeah, it was a guy. It was Philip Seymour Hoffman. No, the person playing opposite of Leonardo DiCaprio? That wasn't a guy. Yes, it was, honey. It was Philip Seymour Hoffman. I love that. I can't find it. Damn. But alas. But yeah, it's just this insanity of just like, and I called this out before. Like they're retconning everything because they
Mhm.
want their version to be the one and only superior one.
But you know, there's a second reason why all those big companies like Marvel, Disney, and all that are pushing this shit, and it's quite simple. It's called copyrights. They're getting to the end of how much they could stretch it for the 75 to 100 years. They're going to fall into public domain. It's like movies. The reason why they change the characters is because they're creating their own IPs, derivative from that character. So they don't have to pay all the rights. It's not the same version, and they create their own stamp in time. That's how it works also for public domain characters. So let's just say the shadow is public domain. I go do my own version of the shadow. So that version, let's say mine does something that the other one didn't, that version is copyrighted to me. So if you go do a shadow and you use what I put in mine, I can sue you.
I never thought of
So
it
by
like
doing
that.
this shit, like just say like changing one character entirely and making her another nationality and changing the name, you just reduce your entire copyright and you're creating your own IP that you can that one you can keep for long.
I never thought of it that way. That's very, very good point. Joe, what the fuck happened?
Oh, sorry, I was fiddling around with my phone and accidentally X'd out my screen, so I had to jump back in.
Damn it, Joe.
Yeah.
Look. I don't know.
Stop rolling at the same time.
Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, that's a very good point that I actually never thought of. Like, wow. Like,
because it's one of the things. No, think about it. They were addressing that. Everybody was talking about the fact that Superman and Batman were going to end up in public domain before all this shit really went up notch. And why do you think Marvel's investing so much in the movies and changing them in there? They're creating other IPs. It's turning into an IP farm by trying to change things.
Yes. Well, we need to stop them. We need to stop them. All of us.
How dare you go against the mouse? The mouse will roll you, Greg. You cannot defeat the mouse.
Nonsense. Just give me a 6-pack and some bullets, and we'll be good. I don't know.
Give me a giant mousetrap.
The mouse loves cheese. It's his only weakness.
Put some rap
Such a
in
stupid dad joke.
only a big stinking rat would shoot a guy in the back. And then Elmer Fudd pulls the trigger. So I'm a rat. Have some cheese, rat. And then just shoves a giant block of cheese in his mouth.
Dude, I was watching some old Warner Brothers cartoons with my daughter like a couple weeks ago.
Dude.
And I'll be honest, like I haven't watched that stuff in a long time, and I kind of forgot how you could tell the adults wrote the humor. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
my
absolutely.
head when I was a kid, like they're getting a little crossing some lines in 2023 in these old cartoons.
But
As far as I'm concerned, we get a projector and display those suckers. Fuck
it's
anybody.
the double
who gets-
sense jokes. Like, a joke that can be funny in a way for an adult, and when a kid's listening to it, it's funny for him, but it doesn't get this, the other connotation of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, the undertones of it.
Yeah.
That I remember for me growing up in like the 90s and stuff like that, like a prime example of that sort of show was Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah,
Man.
because I recently watched some episodes again. And I'm just like, wow. Like I remember some stuff. I do not remember that at all. That is amazing. And I love it.
Remember how the frogs would foreplay and get turned on by throwing dishes and smashing the dishes with their
It
tongues?
never occurred
I
to me.
never realized it when I was a kid. Yeah.
Exactly. It never occurred to me that that was like a sexual sort of like thing. I'm just like, oh, that's funny because they're just breaking dishes with their tongues.
Mhm.
But like, and then like certain stuff where there's the one where Mr. Big Head wants to win a bowling trophy and he goes over because the other team forfeits. And it's like, well, if no one can play, like it just gets postponed to next year. So he goes and like to Rocco and like, hey, you friends like play against us sort of thing. And they're just like, we're already playing a game. And it's literally a game with a monkey in the middle with his butt out, like spinning around, and they have paddles. And it's called Smack the Monkey, Spank the Monkey.
Spank the monkey.
Good lord.
And I'm just like completely over my head back in the day. Like amazing and hilarious.
You just
Yeah.
reminded me. The other day, my bro was trying to get me to do what is it, EverQuest? The online MMO fantasy game that has to do with Skyrim. What's it?
Elder
Elder Scrolls, something like that, online. Yes.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get me to play that shit. So I'm going in there and I'm looking at all the character creation, right? So usually I would go for a dwarf because I like the dwarfs in the fantasy world.
Of course.
Fantasy dwarf, Joe.
It's a midget, and you know it. They're all midgets. Oh, goddamn dirty midgets, and you know it.
But then I saw they had cat people. And then I just thought of something very freaking funny. So I created a cat person, choose a female, and call him Minx the Lynx.
Sounds like a stripper. Minx.
I know, right? I just thought it was a funny name. Sorry.
Like an 80s stripper with
Yeah.
big ass hair.
But I think that I got that from because it's what was it again? Fred's the cat.
Oh yeah,
There
the
was
old.
Minx the Lynx. Yeah.
Did Crumb originally create Fritz the cat?
Oh, well, I'm not sure. Was it Bagsy or was it Crumb? Hold on, let me check.
I'm probably wrong. I just always get this weird thing where I'm thinking Crumb did it, but I'm like, I really don't think he did.
Dude, I remember the first time I saw Fritz the cat. I
guys
think it
would
was
know
my
more
mom
than me.
putting the VHS in the thing because she thought it was for kids. Fritz the cat.
It looks like it's for kids, but it definitely ain't for kids. Them cats are degenerates.
Fucking cats, man.
Oh,
Smoking and breaking and screwing and oh lord.
Yep, it was a comic strip by R. Crumb. Yep, he is the creator of Albasky did the animation. You were right, Joe.
All right. Well, I mean, it just seemed so Crumb. I was like, this had to have originally been something Crumb came up with because it's like, it's Crumb MO stuff, like top to bottom. Even though, like, well, let's be fair, he can get pretty out there. But yeah, Greg, don't ever go look at Crumb comics or artwork.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fucking nightmare.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I will take your word on it. Sounds.
They're just scared. They're just scared that guy could put his hand on really good LSD. I think.
He was held in really high regard in like your artsy fartsy indie circles of comics, and
Okay.
he's definitely like a huge name if you're into that stuff.
Mhm.
You know, like you have to be into it to know who he is. And but his art was really like the type of stuff he did. It wasn't so much that it was like disturbing or weird. It was the way he drew people, like the
Was it-
exaggerations. Like if he drew an ugly lady, like she was really fucking repulsive, like hairy legs and
If I'm not,
overweight.
if I'm not
moles.
mistaken, he was wasn't he the one that did the Pink Floyd art? Remember for the wall and stuff like that, like all the designs. Wasn't he Crumb?
He may have helped out with it. I'm not sure. It wouldn't surprise me because that's up
Who-
his alley too. You
Who
know.
is this guy? Robert Crumb.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys are talking about it, and I just gotta.
You just have to go.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you've seen his art before. That's for sure somewhere.
Yeah.
There's gonna be
Yeah.
a piece or two that you can go, oh yeah.
Yeah. I know. Okay. Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
very psychedelic type of art.
Yeah. 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 I'm not gonna venture anymore. I know. I know what you're talking about. Well,
We're done.
Even him himself is. Wait, what? No, I just.
Get out of the hole.
What the fuck? I just like found one with him like apparently in front of like some pictures, and it's saying the N word.
Mhm.
That would not surprise me.
Yeah. If you've watched any of those Basky thing, there's a lot of N word and everything. It was not politically correct. It was actually to provoke people to think about it. Like,
I didn't
wasn't it
think.
Chris the Cat that the blues and blacks are crows or something? If I remember.
He was a harsh realities kind of guy, and honestly, I would say he was probably a liberal. You know, in all fairness,
Yeah, he is.
like
He is.
Of
like
course, he would. Of course, he could get away with saying that.
yeah,
And I'm a my
not
place is
not like
free
a modern
speech. You
liberal.
can
He
say
was a
whatever
little,
you want, but I'm
you know,
not
like a
saying
free
that.
speech liberal. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's. There's a movie called American Splendor, and it's about
Yep.
him and a guy he worked with a lot named Harvey
That's-
Peacock.
Oh.
So if you ever want a little insight, you can look in. You can even watch American Splendor. It's an okay movie. You know, I don't remember it super well because I haven't watched it in like 12, 15 years, but it was good.
There's always American Psycho. Did he really kill Paul? Who knows?
Oh, I think he did.
I think he did.
Well, that movie-
and it's all covered up.
Yeah. Yeah.
They insinuate that though, that like he's doing things but not doing things, and that
Mhm.
he's half living in a fantasy world and half not. Like you never know because there's no clarity on.
Yeah,
They purposely
the only
made it-
point that I think is kind of it kind of leans towards it happened but got erased. That's hard to go like nah. It's when he goes back to the apartment. And
Yeah,
she comes,
the very
she comes in. She goes, "Hi, nah." As soon as she's seen his face, get out. That's the part that I'm like, yeah, okay, it happened.
and the paint and the closet, just all
Yeah.
those things. The cleanup crew came through.
Yep.
I kind of felt the same way.
Mhm.
But
But I like it, the fact that they still succeed to leave you like that. But that's the point that keeps you hanging to the, nah, it happened. It happened.
I mean, I can appreciate that, but there are times where I hear way too many like director types being like, I wanted to make it so the audience had to decide the end. I'm like, that's a cop out. Just make it give us finality. At least that movie did. I think that was the catch though. It's like there's mystery, but it ends on the note of there's paint here, a crew clearly came through, and this realty agent's like, get the fuck out.
And she knows him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like it still gives you something. Like there's too many people that do it when they just don't know how to write an end. But I thought that movie was kind of effective with keeping you guessing,
Yep.
but still giving you a pretty much an end. You know, you can go, well, that was the last note. So unless you imagine that too, and they don't tell us otherwise. Oh shit! Look who's in the chat.
I did. Happy birthday, man. Hope you enjoy yourself. Well, thank you. I have some
Oh, happy birthday.
thank you. Yeah. I have some Jeffers Creek whiskey. was saving it to the end. I would have gone out and got like more whiskey in general, but apparently when I was coming back home and I was like, wow, it's really like storming outside. I guess there was a tornado warning. So I was like, well, I guess I better stay in here, and now we're at the point of like I don't feel like going out. So it's a good thing
Oh, yeah.
I kind of reserved myself of that liquor. I was like, I want it for my birthday. But thanks, Ron. Nice to see you here. Yeah, American Psycho. Like, I know I saw it like way later, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah, me too.
I know it's good. Like, I feel it's really weird because I know a lot of people like talking about it, but it was like one of those things where it kind of just slipped under the radar. Like, I guess you could say it kind of became a cult classic to where it maybe didn't get a whole lot of like reception when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of those movies that has a lot of good word of mouth.
It's fucked up because a lot of people go, "Oh, he's a psychotic." No. If you pay attention to the movie, he's a sociopath that's having a psychosis. So he's going into a psychosis because of all this. He's not all there. I love that scene when he's preparing himself in the morning. He goes, "I'm
Rod, we would never
there.
compare you to Voldemort. You're a saint and an angel, Rod. You're our liberal moral guide. We love you, Rod. Don't you ever get mistaken about that. We love you enough to be terrible occasionally to you, but it's all out of love."
Yeah, if Lofty was here, it'd be different. Like, 'cause he would,
Oh yeah,
he would immediately turn to be the punching bag. And I'm just saying that just because I've seen it on so many different streams. I mean, I take what I can take. Hey,
I just love Rod. It's so fun when I see his name enter the chat. I'm instantly happy because I'm like, someone that'll just argue for the sake of it if necessary. He'll keep it interesting. You know what I'm saying?
well, I'll tell
God
you
bless you, Rod.
what people shouldn't be arguing is checking out Death. We've checked out everyone else, so we'll bring up Joe's as well. 82,000. Is that the best we can do, folks?
Nah,
It's
we
like
gotta do better.
it's like one of those telephone sort of things. It's like, really, folks, is that the best we can do? Only
Don't you
1,071 backers.
don't you want to save the children? This book doesn't really do that, but save the children with that. People will be like, your messaging is terrible. That's why your book is not getting to 100K.
I immediately look at this picture and there's a bunch of people crucified upside down. How's that help children? It's like, well,
So I spoiled the child, spare the rod.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Rod's in
It's
the
all good.
Yeah.
But sweet, yeah. Crack that 82K. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's chugging along. I've been telling myself I got to get back out there a little bit more and try to get it over the hump. But man, it's just been so hectic the last I don't know, since the year turn. Back around like Christmas, and it's just been.
I think like in general, like everything has just been like ugh lately.
Yeah.
J-Man is talented. There you go. That's to you, Joe.
Oh, thanks, Rod.
He says you're a talented man.
You know what? I think you're talented too, Rod. And I think you're a saint and an angel. But I know we'll scrap at some point. It's going to happen. I'm going to say something stupid like, man, women suck and they're dumb. And Rod's going to be like, fuck you. You suck and you're dumb. And I'm going to be like, oh, no. No, it's not.
My only talent is being annoying.
No, not you.
Nonsense. Oh my
Rod,
goodness.
Rod's basically the patron saint of the chat at this point. Look, Greg's like, I gotta take a drink.
Yeah, I gotta take a drink. We're nah, man. I mean, you are misguided is all. I don't judge you. Oof. Is that to me or to you, Joe? You're just a result of your own environment. I can't fault you. Oh boy.
He's right. No, he's right. I'm working in a basement surrounded by cinder blocks. I'm a hardened male of my environment. I'm as hard as these goddamn cinder blocks beside me. I'll whisper like Steven Seagal.
Oh gosh, I just thought of the greatest script. I just got done reading the greatest script.
I would do Batman, but man, that just hurts my throat.
Why do you want to kill me?
Yeah,
Why you gotta
I
do
bet
that?
Rod can do Batman. He'll do Batman. I'll do Steven Seagal, and we'll say stupid things to each other all night long, whispering sweet, stupid things into each other's ears.
So I just stumbled across this. Let's comment on this. This is pretty interesting. Because we're talking about, I mean, we'll shift over a little bit to video games.
Video games, kids these days.
Well,
How you?
apparently Nintendo is justifying I guess the new Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is going to be $70. The price point reflects the type of experience that fans can expect. Ooh, that is a very, very bold statement.
Dude,
Like,
it's Zelda. It's
that
Nintendo.
better be a fucking masterpiece if I'm paying for $70. Because it's already, because a lot of them are $59.99, and then I guess with taxes you're paying like what, 62 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. But
Let's
here,
see.
and in Canada, it comes up to like $80. So I'm seeing 70 means that the game's probably going to be like 90 something.
Wait, say that again.
Like you're like a regular game here, it's about $79.99. So when it's like 59, yeah. So we're probably going to be going.
That's another thing in itself. Like,
yeah,
the pricing on that stuff is insane. And like, I got to interview Ruben Langdon yesterday.
That's $95.94 Canadian.
Yeah.
Hey up.
There's not going to be many kids going to be able to buy that game. I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Like the kids definitely aren't buying this. Like the adults are, and the adults probably half the time don't even know what they're buying their kid.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This says, I'll get back to what I was talking about first, but it says Nintendo of America's president has justified. I can't wait to see what his justification is. Tears of the Kingdom costing $70, claiming that it will reflect, the experience players will have. Talking about AAA games becoming $70 came 3 years ago. Yeah, that's right. I remember them talking about that a little bit.
Yeah.
As 2K games charge 2K game. Wait, what? As 2K games charge 2K games charged. Dear Lord.
Do you remember that 6 years ago? It was the same discussion from going from 20 something. They went up, and then they're doing it again. But the worst thing is digital. They're forcing you to download the game now, and they're charging you more. It should be the other way around. Like if you buy the physical, I don't understand. You get the disc, you get the the booklet.
Don't get me started on digital. Like I'm slowly starting to fucking hate digital with a passion. Like I want my physical disc, because I'd be damned one day I wake up and then Microsoft or whoever tells me that all of my games that I bought are somehow lost and now I have to rebuy them again. Fuck that. Let's see. Well, and also this, dear Lord, like bounding into comics, do you like proofread your stuff? So I guess they're saying
No,
NBA. What's up?
I said no, they don't.
Oh no.
At least their staff are retards, but they do okay stories.
For the then upcoming PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS, they're charging. Okay, so 2K21 charged $70. Bloomberg also reported that year that gaming executives have been pushing to raise the quote standard price of a game for years. Well, for whatever's worth for it, I think you guys are all right. Well, thank you, Rod.
That's what I'm saying. Now you're going to be $69.99. That's the price our games are us here. So you're catching up to us, and we're going up.
Oh gosh, no,
that's ridiculous, dude, for a freaking game. And
I can't believe we're questioning Nintendo right now. I'm personally insulted by this. This is
not just Nintendo, it's also PlayStation 5 and and
Yeah, it's
Xbox
gonna
are
be
doing.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, if one big company's gonna start doing this, the other ones are gonna match it
Yep.
because they have
Well,
to.
fuck all those guys. They didn't create Mario, so they don't get a pass. But we're talking about Nintendo here, guys. I mean,
Well,
Nintendo.
I just want to know exactly what this person's gonna say that justifies the $70 game. Well, the controversy had centered around those next-gen consoles. Those old next-gen consoles. The less graphical, powerful Nintendo Switch. Ouch. I love that jab at the Nintendo Switch. That bounding into comics you just made was overlooked until Nintendo revealed this February that Tears of the Kingdom would have a recommended retail price of $69.99. Ooh.
Hey, I'll have them know only like half of my Switch games look like shit. Come on. The others all look acceptable and kind of cherry, but no.
This is the whole stupid thing as well, because like if people are gonna go like I just do digital just so I can because they'll try to do like if you go digital you can have early access and all that shit and stuff like that. And my logic is, dude, if I just emulate it, like I can pretty much get it for free.
I mean, not just
I know
that.
where to look.
Most of the
As
games,
far as-
I don't know if you've noticed, but most of the games right now, even if you got the CD, most of them you still had to download the goddamn thing. It was the CD. They turned the CD into a key at a certain point.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like
So that
100%.
it did not contain the game. The game was getting downloaded from the internet to your computer with the key. So it's not really having a physical copy like you used to, which as long as you have the console, you can play with it.
Yeah, I hate that shit too. No, you're absolutely 100% correct. Like, that's why I still do kind of
It's kind of why I kind of drifted off a bit of gaming, for it to be quite honest, until I decided to go to PC Master Race.
Oh, PC. I'm slowly trying to get in because that kind of funny enough that for me at least it brings up a whole nother topic of the whole censorship thing too, because every company censors the game in one way, shape, or form, or it's universally censored.
But now it allows them to censor it according to countries and other different places that the same thing live.
But that's why I like if you at least go the PC route, there's modders out there that will uncensor stuff.
Yes,
I'm always a big fan of, because I love the ROM hacking community, because people will fix games that it's like the controls or what have you shouldn't be like this.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Skyrim, you should make a multiplayer. Well, there's people that made it. If you download the mod, you could play them. Same thing with the Hogwarts Legacy. Now there's a multiplayer mod.
No, really?
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that. That's awesome. We determined the suggested retail price is for any Nintendo product on a case-by-case basis. Okay. When asked if this would be a trend going forward, the spokesman replied, "No, we determined the suggested retail price for any Nintendo product on a case-by-case." Damn it. Bounding into comics. You're repeating the same damn thing twice. You can only just say it once.
I told you.
Nintendo of America president Doug Bowser. I love how his name is actually Bowser.
I know. Like, what are the chances of that? That's got to be fucking made up or something. I just don't believe it. I'm like, there's no fucking way. And don't get me wrong, too. Like, I'm a Nintendo mark here, so even though I'm kind of ripping on them, like, at the same time in my brain, I'm going, that's fucking Nintendo. Do whatever the fuck you want, Nintendo. I'll always mark for you. So
has he been the president for them since the beginning? Because that would explain a lot.
Nintendo America.
I think he's a rather new person, if I'm not mistaken.
Really, I thought he put in like 15 years or some shit. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm a huge fucking fag, so what do I know?
Well, we're not going to fault you for that. You're a product of your environment.
2019. He according to Doug Bowser, he succeeded Reggie Fils-Aimé as president in 2019. Yeah, so not that long ago. That's what I thought.
Well, my mistake. I apologize. I was right about Chrome.
I will unfag myself because I was close.
Too late. We already heard you say it. Now we get to bring it up all the time.
Okay.
When he signed his contract, he told him you need to change your last name to Bowser if you take the position.
I would have. I would have been like, hell yeah, I don't care. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
be like, dude, I'm down like
Yeah.
in an instant.
It's not
You
a
know
I'll
what?
name, it's
change
a
my name
title.
legally to Mario Bowser if that's what you desire. Almighty Japanese overlords.
I like looked up the source of like just his name, and they I'm on Wikipedia, so nothing too fancy, but like the reference that they went to, his Twitter name is at the true Bowser.
Just to let you know how Wikipedia is reliable, they don't even take that as as reliable info for homework in college or university.
Oh yeah. Dude,
It's
I
like,
remember
dude,
back in the day, like the go-to was like, oh yeah, go look up an encyclopedia.
yeah.
Jeez. Anyway, oh gosh, my that just makes me think of the past, and I miss it because it wasn't as disgusting as it is today. But anyway,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm a Gen X.
yep. We look at what the game has to offer. I think fans will find this is an incredibly full, deeply immersive experience. What makes it immersive? Okay. In response to a question about the price figure, the price point reflects the type of experience that fans can expect when it comes to playing this particular game. This isn't a price point that we'll necessarily have on all of our titles. It's actually a fairly common pricing model either here or in Europe. There you go. Or other parts of the world where the pricing may vary depending on the game. So far, you have not fucking told me why.
No, you don't. You're not telling me if there's gonna be like what is it? 4 hours to finish the game? 2 weeks? Are we getting more shit on that disc?
Yeah.
Like what? Why are we paying more?
Well, look, when we were
And if
kids,
you're a sip
these
and you
games
like
were
it.
60 and 70 bucks then. So, I mean, people should be glad that, like, the price has not really changed in
I'm not
30
glad. My kid's
years.
gonna want it.
But, at the same time, I also know, like, a lot of that was due to chip shortages and it was a small fortune. Like, you were paying
Mhm.
for rarity. You
Yeah.
weren't really paying because that's what the normal retail would be. It's because shit was hard to get. And, I don't know, and unless they have something like that up their sleeve, like, oh, I'm sorry, we ran out of chips. Like, I don't, yeah,
Or
I'm
they
not
do
sure
like,
what the justification
Joe.
would.
or they do like they did when they released Link. Remember?
I'm
The
sorry, I
entire
did a
the,
Chinese guy. Oh, we
there was
ran out of chips. There, Japanese. I fixed it.
if you
Okay,
remember when
there
they
you go.
released Link on Nintendo, I think the entire cartridge was golden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Link's Adventure.
yeah,
Or no, the Adventures
the Adventures of Link.
Adventures of Link, yeah. No, absolutely. Well, see, and that's the weird thing is that if you I do yeah, like prices were kind of like that back in the day, but look at what you got. Especially like great example that you pointed out there with the Legend of Zelda. You
Mm-hmm.
got a cartridge that was like gold or gold looking sort of thing. You got your instruction booklet that was colored. You got a fucking detailed map. And then you got like, and the instruction booklet was like super thick because it literally is telling you a story with
Yeah.
pictures and all that stuff. And you got the box, which unfortunately a lot of people threw away back in the day. But
Mm-hmm.
nowadays it's like that's part of what a game
Yeah.
is actually
Like
that.
one of
And
the
now,
last cool thing I saw was my son bought the Cyberpunk special pack
Mhm.
when it came out, and then when he told me the price, I first went like, "Why are you paying so much?" Then he shows me what it came with. An actual figure, like an actual like 7 to 8 inch figure of
Mhm.
Keanu Reeves, his character, came in with the freaking hoodie I'm wearing, and came in with a special. No, as you're like, oh, okay, fair enough.
No, yeah. That one's a hard one too because it's like definitely just depending on the game and like a collector's edition and stuff like that. Because
Mhm.
some of the collector's edition stuff is garbage. Like
Yep.
I remember picking up Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and like I saw one person pick up like the collector's edition stuff, and like it was like the diorama was wasn't even something that like out of all the stuff you could have picked to like showcase Goku in like the
Mhm.
game Kakarot, you fucking picked like them on the Nimbus cloud with the T-Rex chasing after him. it's like, it's like, are you kidding me? Like, why not have different versions of Goku like growing up? The goddamn name is called Kakarot. So like have like his kid figure, him in Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. Like have that sort of visual. It's like that's the best you could. That one is like, dude, I'm not paying that amount for that garbage thing.
No. I mean, there's one we bought one of the Halo ones a while back. I don't remember which one it was. If it was the Infinity or something like that, one of the last Halos, and it was a big kit, and we didn't know technically we didn't know we were gonna get the entire big box that we get because we got all the characters, all the different costume of. You get what I mean? Like it's a full set, and they're all standing next to each other. It's like it was a huge box, and I'm like, holy shit! And they're all individual figurines that you could detach from the base.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a collector's edition. It came with that and another T-shirt and stuff like that. But they don't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, man, it's like the collector's edition for today's games, is like what the standard was back then, and it's like, and of course it's all going towards because it's like, oh, we have this big ass team and we're doing all this stuff. And what I was getting at before with talking with Ruben Langdon, he was the motion capture and the voice for Dante from the Devil May Cry series. That motion capture is starting to become not starting. It pretty much is the standard norm anymore.
Yeah, there's no more acting. There's no more animation. I mean,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I've actually started playing X-Men Legends again. Because I have a PS2
X-Men Legends is great, man. Love that game.
The original was amazing.
I'm trying to go through my backlog, and I'm like, I remember playing a lot of this game. I don't remember the ending, so I'm just replaying it again. And like exactly what you're talking about, like the pre-rendered cutscenes in that game are clearly not like human, like anatomy correct sort of thing. But that's what makes it unique.
That's what makes it immersive. That's what makes it escapism.
Yeah, and I do have respect, like for Ruben, he's an actual stuntman, and he like does all his own stunts and stuff. Like I have respect for that and all that stuff. But also you hear all these fans just going like it's a walk, like you'll hear it quote, it's a glorified walking simulator.
Yep.
And it's like this is I've had people who think it's like, oh, controls are what makes a game, and then your story, and then your graphics. Some people say, well, it's the story first, and it needs to follow like good controls, all that stuff. But like, companies are going down the point to where it's like graphics, and to me, it's like
it's photorealistic. It's not just graphics; it's photorealistic. And the first thing that comes with photorealism, especially in a video game, it's what we call uncanny valley, because unless you put a person with a filter, even the filter bugs. So the thing is, people, you break the suspense of disbelief of people when they emerge in the universe. It's like saying, like, when you read a comic and you see like a stylized character and a picture in a goddamn back, it clashes. Same principle. Or the fact when you're trying to make a human look so realistic, but you cannot make the eye look, and that's the thing they can't do. It always look like somebody's dead inside. So it breaks everything. It's like seeing it. It's like looking at a robot. It looks real, but as soon as they start moving, same principle, uncanny valley, and it will never work. It's why Nintendo still thrives to this day, not giving a hell about anybody else, trying to do the photorealism, and they also have animators in there, which it's weird, but people like it better. It's like the same thing for anime. Okay, I'm a big anime fan, by the way. Okay, so I see your poster in the back. We can talk. I just finished watching Chainsaw Man. It was pretty good. But the thing is, you're looking into it and you can spot the 3D in it sometimes, and it does bother you, even though if you're trying to go, I'm not seeing it. It's well. I'm not seeing it. It's well put. It's well merged. You're like, it still bothers you because every movement of the characters are stiff. There's no squats and stretch. Anticipation, all the things that an animator would do, all that, the over exaggerating of a movement, the stretching of an arm or something like that. They don't do that as much. It's weird, but it ruins it. It just fucking does. Like even when I watched Berserk, I started watching one of the series on Berserk. I think it was Netflix. I think it was because there's right after there was a Netflix one, And
Yeah.
I appreciate, like, I watched the first or second one. I think I didn't finish the third one, but I appreciate the fact that they tried to stick to the story more than the other one. But shit, like the animation ruins it, and the way it's delivered is shit. But they did try to give us more, canon story, which I do appreciate. But the rest was shit.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
like they could never decide what they were trying to be in terms of a
That
style.
shitty 2D, like 2.5D one,
Yeah.
like the OVAs. Oh, yeah.
Shit, it drove me nuts. I couldn't
No,
even.
no. Like,
There's a few of them. It's like I also like the Captain Harlock movie, but it does suffer from it. Or I don't know if you saw the Mazinger Z Infinity.
mm-mm.
It's all CGI with some 2D in it, and it still ruins it. I'm sorry. It's like there's something to animation. Like Madhouse almost bankrupted themselves making one of my freaking favorite movies because they wanted to show people traditional hand animation. And Redline is a freaking masterpiece. If you haven't seen the movie called Redline, go watch it. It's like imagine Speed Racer, but done right, but in the heavy metal magazine vibe.
Okay.
It's freaking awesome. It's a mix of Death Race 3000 mixed with, Speed Racer, heavy metal style. It's freaking awesome. Like just the intro is gonna get you all revved up. It's fucking insane. But they almost went bankrupt with it. Nobody heard about it because everybody was pushing the CGI shit. So they kind of got it. It went nuts when it hit the market of the DVD and Blu-rays. That's when they started noticing it in 2012, 2014.
I remember
It's
this.
fucking insane. Like me, I was working on my Not the Merc stuff, and that comes out, and I'm like, dude, that's totally my jam. And it's insane.
Yeah, I agree exactly what you said here, and I even said it before. Even when it comes to
Sorry about the
like-
rant. I'm an animator.
what's that?
So, sorry about the rant. I'm an animator.
Oh no, that's 100% fine. That's
I hate it.
And
know,
you
I
got a
agree.
filthy mouth full of foul language. Good Lord, Sim.
I tried to keep it down a bit, but there's an F word or two that
See
came
what
out.
happens when you let these Canadians loose?
Oh,
These Canadians, they go wild. You give them an inch and they take a fuck mile. It's ridiculous.
Guys, you forget I know you guys.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
but I agree 100% of what you said, and that's kind of like what I talk about with movies and whatnot too. Is everyone, like, movies are just so fucking focused on the damn CGI saving their asses and stuff, and it's like if you look at how like even certain 90s and early 2000 movies can still hold up with the animation. Obviously, you can see the technology there,
Yeah.
but at the time, one, it would be better, but also two, they understood or were definitely, and I do think it's out there, and I think they actually do know it, they just don't give a shit. There is that balance to where a lot of it, honestly, it needs, don't use fucking digital blood, like use actual fucking squibs, like, because it looks real.
There was a golden rule that they taught us when we started, because my when I was in university, it was 3D animation and digital design for movies. So special like we did some video game, but specialized in movies. And one of the first things they were teaching us is the golden rule of digital special effects. It's the best the best digital special effects, the one you don't notice.
Yep.
So if they stick out a lot, it's shit, because it's not going to grow well. It should be an enhancement. It should not be a replacement.
Yep, exactly. That's why I was getting at the fact of 90% needs to be like realistic. Try to use realistic means, puppetry, animatronics, squibs, all that stuff, and the 10% of that should be the CGI cleaning it up to make it smooth and seamless, and then run through.
And people are like, "Oh, the CG ruins the movie." I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Most movie have CG in it because they replace all the banners in streets, they replace the labels, the street names, and it's all done digitally. Like there's always special effects done. You just don't see it, and that's what a good digital effect is. You do not notice it. Like it's one of the things. Like if you remember Blade, Like Blade 2. Remember that fight scene? The blend of the CGI blending in. They just blended for the moment where he hits the pillars. You know, when he picks him up, swings in against the pillar, and it breaks. Same thing with the Matrix. They did it in there, but it showed a bit more. But in Blade 2, it was so well done that you barely noticed it. The only reason why you did because your brain went, that's impossible. But they did it so well.
Rod says, pretty sure Nintendo reached like a user peak, so they have to increase the price of games to keep the stock in shape. They have to report and increase growth and profits. It's actually just as simple as that. If the profit rate stagnates, somebody gets fired. It's just the innovation insensitive of the system in place.
Not just fired, somebody ends up hung in the woods too. So yeah, they're
Infinite growth.
King Long Wow's gonna raise the prices a little so he doesn't have to go noose himself at the end of the work week.
Yeah, there's a forest somewhere where there's more people than trees.
Oh gosh.
There's probably truth to that. I wouldn't doubt that at all. That probably is 90% of it. Is they are trying to make their money, and they also like Nintendo's not ignorant. Like they know like there's this weird line where people will pay for whatever they put out, but at the same time won't. Like there's those rare occasional cases like Virtual Boy or GameCube where it's maybe it had a little nostalgia later, but it just wasn't the boom item.
Wasn't it a thing that their Mario games was always like a little bit more for a while?
Maybe,
like,
but I mean, it's Mario.
I wouldn't know
because they rarely go down in price. They always stay at the same price.
Nintendo Pay Pig here. Charge whatever you want for Mario.
Oh, dude, I like Nintendo. My kid has a Switch. It's a pretty fun game, but I as a gamer, I'm not a big Nintendo guy.
I'm just trying to see if this article justifies like why it has to be 70 still. It says it continues the story from Breath of the Wild after awakening a terrible force. Isn't there always a terrible force?
It's called the
Players
Triforce.
will be venturing across Hyrule's field, mountains, forests, and floating islands in the sky above. Okay, so pretty much like what you did in the first one. Link's corrupted arm will allow him to access a set of abilities that even includes joining objects together to construct vehicles. Okay, a new mechanic that builds
corrupted arm. This sounds a lot like Nat the Merc. I knew it from the first word. Nintendo ripped off Sim. Sim, it happened again, brother. I'm sorry.
God damn it.
I can see it now. Link with his shirt open with an L.
Yeah.
Yeah, Link.
Gosh. Oh my
Link.
god.
I was gonna say they're turning it into
I would
Fortnite.
I would spend $70 for that. Just for the record.
I can't picture Link being a hairy burly fellow.
So princess, get on my lap. come say hi to Santa.
Unfortunately, this article, for what Bounding into Comics reported, did not explain why the justification of it.
Yeah, they're turning it into Fortnite. You can make ships and fly in the air.
Oh, I feel like you could just do that in any other game, and not justify it being a whopping 70.
I know.
I don't know.
You said it before. What this is, it's just the first line in the sand. You know how it is. One starts, then they're all gonna go, ha! They got away with it, so we're all gonna go there. Boom! It's like that every goddamn time, and they're gonna be doing that every 3 to 5 years.
Ooh, I actually saw this, and I definitely want to know it with it. Final Fantasy. Oh gosh, my Roman numerals. What is that? 14 VI. Or is that 16?
16.
Final Fantasy 632.
Yeah, to be minus, the I has to be in front, so that's 16.
Okay, yeah. I know X is 10. I know that much. Okay, so 16 you said?
Yep.
So Final Fantasy 16 producer Naoki Yoshida rails against the use of the term JRPG. It wasn't a compliment to a lot of developers in Japan. I'm actually like quite interested in that because I have definitely heard people like use that to separate.
It's pretty common.
Well, I meant no, JRPG. I know. I actually didn't know that. At least with him, like it wasn't a compliment to them.
I didn't even know you used that. I mean, it's just RPGs. I don't care where they come from.
Yeah, I've heard of JRPG. What's up?
A lot. I was gonna say in the States, you hear gamer fans define it a lot more because there are so many RPGs that are specifically geared towards Japanese audiences
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes they're trying to specify, yeah, it's not the retard version they gave America. It's a JRPG.
Mm.
You know, it's just a different level of RPG. It seems
Mhm.
like they're always
So-
more difficult,
I've
more
also
involved.
always
Like you
noticed
used to
that-
have with Nintendo, you had the Japanese version that was a bit harder with extra stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or as I
always-
call it, the not fun versions. But
Do you remember there was the Resident Evil one where the Japanese version you could do the entire game as I think it was a piece of butter with a knife or something. No, it was a feta cheese and a knife. It was just
I
interesting.
love feta
Yeah, no,
cheese.
it's
First time I heard that one. That's crazy. No, I always saw like whenever I would like say JRPG, I would just be like in the end like JRPGs actually have like a good fucking story and controls and shit, while America like tries to copy it and just either fails a lot of times. That's how I always saw it. But
Yeah,
the
that's fair.
The internet has recently been in an uproar over the use of the term JRPG. Well,
so
it's
technically
damn
they're just
internet. Who cares?
they're just trying to apply the manga rule to the freaking video games because manga means comics. So manga means it's comics from Japan. So they're just trying to do that. So why don't you just call it manga RPG?
That's not a pejorative. When people say it, it's not meant to insult. It's just meant to define
Mhm.
so that other people know what you're talking about. So
Now, Naoki Yoshida hasn't explained why yet. Let's find out.
oh snap!
So the internet has recently been in an uproar because of the guy I just mentioned. I'm getting tired of saying his name over and over again. Mostly because I'm really trying my best to say it correctly, but feel like I'm just saying it super slow. So I'm
So
like Yoshida and YouTuber Skill Up. Wait, that's his actual name, Skill Up. Okay, began doing the rounds late in February. While fans of role-playing games from Japan use JRPG as a term of endearment, oh, okay, so Japan actually uses it.
Mhm.
Yoshida has opened up about what that term means to many Japanese developers and the effect it had on the way the Japanese approach RPG titles. This is going to depend on who you ask, but there was a time when this term first appeared 15 years ago, and for us as Japanese developers, the first time we heard it, it was like a discriminatory term.
Okay, so it's a Fifi's thing. Okay.
He went on, as though we were being made fun of for creating these games. And so for some developers, the term JRPG can be something that will maybe trigger bad feelings because of what it was in the past. Oh, no.
Trigger warning.
No, that's not true. We meant it. Just
I didn't think the Japanese had feelings to begin with, so all of this is.
Hey Joe, where did they find these soy boys in Japan? Like this goes
Yeah,
against everything
pretty
we know.
weird.
That's unfortunately the retards from over here. Disgusting odor floating over the ocean.
Can we get sure about this translation? It wasn't somebody messing around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
don't.
much.
Which one? I'm starting to hear so many different. It's translated differently stories, and it's getting so old.
Yeah, but that's what they do. Like, it's one of the things I've noticed. Like, if you, I used to watch an old anime. They did a new version lately, and they changed the entire thing to make it a bit more woke.
Oh,
They changed the entire translation to make it more woke. But if you listen to the first one, it was those goddamn communists. Get it?
Yep. Oh yeah. That's why you just listen to the Japanese and pray and hope that the subtitles you're reading are from like fan people that actually fucking know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Check out Angel Cop. It's available on YouTube. The original version. It's pretty cool.
Which one? Angel what?
Angel Cop. It's an anime.
Angel Cop. Okay. It wasn't a compliment to a lot of developers in Japan. We understand that recently JRPG has better connotations and it's being used as a positive. I feel it always was. I think you just misunderstood. But we still remember the time when it was used as a negative. Though there may be a distinction between classic Western RPGs and RPG titles from Japan. Hey, that's what I said. Many developers have felt that this distinction was a way to write off Japanese game developers and their achievements.
You felt. It's your problem. That's not what it is. It just means that the game came from Japan. God damn it.
Most of this negativity, this negative attention, does appear to come from the 7th generation of consoles when the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Nintendo Wii were competing for market domination. During this time, Japanese RPG titles were no longer the games that defined a console like they once had. No more were gamers looking forward to the next Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest, shifting their attention instead to first-person shooters such as Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and Gears of War. Hey, I play Gears of War. It's a wonderful game. I love chainsawing people. Well, technically Locust.
Yeah, that's why I like playing Dark Tide so much. The Eviscerator and the freaking what's it called again? The nail gun, the bolter gun. Sorry.
Wait, Rod says doubt the PR department gets paid to state the truth, and that was towards me. Nausea, hey, it's Shaney Joe over on Rumble.
Oh, what's up, Shaney? My home skillet from down south. I almost said she lived like an idiot, but yeah. What's up, Shaney?
Sweet. We have a Rumbler over. Yes. By the way, to anyone new, we're only an hour and a half in, but yeah, we're multi-streaming. Probably should have mentioned that earlier.
Oh, we're already streaming?
What's up?
Oh, what? We're already streaming?
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. We had a show? This is a show?
So we're just hanging out in the back.
We're actually streaming. It's a new. It's
the
future. They call it Third Impact streaming. And
ooh,
only
nice little Ava reference there.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Shaney says, "Aye, not much. Joe knows how to pronounce Shaney. LOL."
Yeah. I would definitely never call her shabby. I will always call her Shaney.
Shabby? There was a person that would always join my stream called Shabby Wizard. I miss him.
Well, at least he wasn't called Shabby Jizzard. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? Damn. Sorry, left.
How long did it take you to think of that?
Like literally, like it just came out. I didn't even put any thought into it because like I just my brain exists on another level of shitty dad jokes. So.
Shane E. Oh my God! Shut up! LOL. No, is what is being said over on Rumble. I believe the JRPG genre is related to tedious connotations in some instances, but I doubt the term was used in order to discriminate against Japanese games, says Rod. I mean, you guys like swinging at the wasp's nest. I just hope it doesn't get you into trouble. Well, I mean, we're wearing our protective gear, so we're good. We're G.
Hey, I will never swing at the Japanese. I love those crazy little people.
Huge anime and video game fan. Love them.
Who's all on stream? Me, Joe, Edwin, and Sim.
Hello.
Edwin and Sim were nice enough to come on the stream and said, "Who's this jackass?" I guess we'll check him out, see what's up.
I'm the giant J.
What's up?
I said I'm the giant J on screen.
Oh yeah, Joe's the giant J. Sim did a very good job. I actually like showing who he is.
Oh, thank you.
And then Edwin with the stock. The stock picture, but that's all right. I don't.
By the way, guys, you just have to go in settings on the right and upload your avatar if you want.
There you go.
Stop trying to make us do stuff, Sam.
Sam, you should know better than to suggest anything because I'll do the opposite.
Are you streaming?
How dare you,
Sam?
How dare
I am streaming on YouTube. We are on YouTube and Rumble. YouTube is being a bunch of fucking assholes right now because of bullshit demonetization shit. So, I mean, all I can say.
Go f yourself.
Anyway,
but I've noticed you also run in less trouble when about swearing words if you put your videos and stream as not for kids.
Everything's been set up to not. It's a long story with the demonetization shit. Pretty much in the nutshell, I was trying to separate. You can relink a different AdSense account, and so I ultimately was separating it to where it's like, hey, I want to take this more seriously. This email I'm going to use an AdSense I'll use for business content and all that stuff. Have my personal for my personal. YouTube has a big fucking problem with having duplicate accounts. That, of course, is buried deep within the policy. And so rejected the account. So now I'm stuck in this limbo area of you can wait 32 days to relink your old account that works, or pray in God and hope that your other account gets accepted, which it constantly keeps getting rejected. So
is AdSense really worth it?
What's that?
Is AdSense really worth it? Never. I have one. Never really used it.
Well, you need to have AdSense to do like super chats and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty retarded that they don't make that clear for you. But of course, they'll be like, it's in our policies. It's in our policies, and it's like I've looked at the link that you send me of where you state this. You know how much crap you have to dig through to get there? Many stuff. So whatever. Egg on my face, I guess.
Retarded egg.
All right, I got to go to the gym. Have a nice dream. Hit that gym, brother. Oh, you found me on YouTube, so you shimmied over there. Sounds good. But yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm pissed off at YouTube and Google AdSense. So I told them, I'm like, okay, if I have to be demonetized for 32 days, I'm just gonna demand that you monetize me for 32 days. And so far, I've lived up to my promise. I've contacted them every day and bitched the shit out of them. And boy, oh boy, do they have different responses every time. Let's see. I think 2 threatened to permanently ban me from the chat support.
Wow.
Of course, they threatened me with that and then immediately ended the conversation. So I'm like, well, that's not much of a threat if you're not going to go follow through it. And then one guy was like, do you want me to stop your case? And I'm just like, you're not going to do shit. And he didn't. So, because I told him, and then I'm like, I know exactly what you're going to do. It's just going to come back and you're going to tell me what I had to like literally pull teeth out to get you. That's another funny thing too, is that when they reject your AdSense account, their policy specifically states that we don't have, like, we own the right to not tell you why your account was rejected.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, then how am I supposed to fix the problem, you fucking faggots?
But you're not.
Dear Lord.
That's the thing. You're not.
Yep. Shani says, okay, so question. If I donate on here, is the donation split amongst everyone on the stream? No. The donation, if you're I don't even know if this is against their policy, but in a certain place where you can explain what the show is about and stuff, I have links in there. And if you decide to donate there, it will only go to me and not the people around. However, each person here has their own work that they are currently like either Indiegogoing and stuff like that. So I would highly encourage people to check that out if you would like to support everyone that is here.
Yeah, please do.
You're worse than Nintendo, Greg.
Shut the fuck up.
You should be like, look, this is pay to play. So,
and you guys were criticizing me for swearing? God
you
damn.
send $70 my way, and
Right now,
if I break off, sign for these guys.
We have Edwin's Raid of the White Leopard that you can check out at, let's see. Oh, actually, I need to add the links into the description.
Yeah, that's his MailChimp mailing list. Am I right?
Yep.
You guys talk. Let me add the links.
So
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Raid of the
Okay,
White
go ahead,
Leopard.
Rick.
Yeah, it's this story about these Vikings who get caught up in a massive storm and wind up on a strange, mysterious island. I initially got this published in Alterna Comics, a little 7-page short story, and now I'm adding some more pages to it. So we're gonna put both together for what I call Raid of the White Leopard Book 1. And right now it's gonna launch April 28th on fundmycomic.com. Right now we're doing a mailing list. If you sign up for the mailing list, you'll get a special discount code. Save you a couple of bucks on the comic book when it launches. And yeah, man, I'm super proud of this. Right now, I think Avery's got 6 pages to go to finish it off. And it's gonna be a really fun story. You're gonna mix in some Vikings, some superheroics, and some little mysticism, a little bit of everything on there, man. It's a really cool story. Amazing artwork by Avery. He really just has blown me away with the last couple of pages he sent on my way. Yeah, go check it out.
Janie says, "Are you an illustrator? This is the first stream I think I've seen you on. I'm a diehard Joe fan. I am not an illustrator. I am a content creator, gamer, um, podcast person thing. But I do video editing and like animation a little bit, and then web design I'm working on and other stuff too. So I'm kind of like a mix of all trade, voiceover work, and
Yeah, he's our official King Toad web design guy right now too. So
oh yeah, I
Greg's
guess
the
I
one
could say that. Yeah.
making it happen on the web end for my company as well. So a solid homie, ginger homie.
Shaney says, so it's best to donate on Indiegogo. You can go ahead and donate however you want. I just updated the description. Each Edwin's, Sim, and Joe's work that they're currently working on is up there. So you can check that out and do as you will. And then, of course, if any I always hate self-promoting, but any sort of donation that you would want to send to me, I would normally say like just a super chat, like
Yeah, okay, can you help out your friend here and let's stop being humble. You
stop
gotta,
being humble.
no, you gotta say, give me that money. You know,
All right. Well,
just
fine.
send money
I'll
my
say
way. You know, if you
fine.
love Joe, you show love to Joe by sending me money. That's how you do it.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
if you love everyone's else work, just remember where you saw it on this
There we
show
go.
that you can help support in the description below. There you
Perfect.
go.
Yeah.
And with super chats.
And super chats once they get worked back up. But again, YouTube and AdSense can suck my asshole right now.
oh my God, language, brother. We're in front of a female right now.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, Shaney is here. You need to be a gentleman and only curse when absolutely appropriate.
Okay. Well, I've been drinking some Jeffers Creek. Jeffers Creek is a delicious whiskey that lets you speak whatever on your mind in the fullest potential.
Sounds great. I'm really jonesing for some Bret Hart rum right now.
Bret Hart rum.
Yes.
Bret Hart rum, baby.
Let's see if there's still any bottles left.
Oh
It's
my
been
goodness,
it's been a
James
long 3
has
months.
become a member
Oh yeah.
Oh, look
on
at that.
the YouTube
What a sweet
membership.
heart Shaney is. Yes.
I honestly forgot that was actually still set up.
Yeah.
And she wants to know, Greg and Joe, the background of me and Ace. Want to start, Ace?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I am a comic book writer slash creator. I've been making comics for about 4 years now. I am the writer and creator of the Ace Volume 1 and Volume 2, which have both been successfully crowdfunded and fulfilled on Indiegogo. I also have the Bloodbone Ash Can, which has also been successfully fulfilled to everybody. You can go check that out on my Etsy store. And right now, I'm getting ready to launch the Ace Volume 3 in September. But before that, it's all about Raid of the White Leopard on April 28th. I've had my work published by Alterna Comics. I have characters in a CG Vacation. I have a story I'm writing for Passion for Drawing, Tales of Nova Terra. I mean, I'm just anywhere and everywhere. So, you're going to be seeing a lot more of me as long as people continue to support the books. I'll continue creating, man. I'm a lifelong comic book fan. This is the thing that I've wanted to do since I was a teenager. And now at an older age, I finally get to do it. So
Hold on. What is his name? Edwin is who was
Edwin Acevedo. Yeah.
I'm on Twitter at Edwin Aces. So there you go.
There it is. There's the name right there. Dear Lord, my voice is cracking. Fucking allergies. I hate everything. And I just love Avery Butterworth as
Yes.
well.
Best
Mostly
name
because
in
of that
comics.
last name.
Yeah.
That artwork is sploosh worthy.
Yeah.
Avery is
Look
tremendous.
at him. He's stabbing a guy right in the face, and then it's puncturing the face into the other guy, and then coming out the back. Baller. And his sword looks like it's broken. Sucks for him.
And that's Donald DeLay artwork. Am I correct?
Yep, the covers by Donald,
The
colors
cover.
by How Comics. Yeah.
And
Sweet.
Donald really knocked it out of the park on that one. Like it's wild how he can do like 3 or 4 different styles depending on what the project is. Like he can totally cater to it. Good for
Yeah.
Donald.
I was talking before you hopped on, Joe. I was talking exactly about that. Like, I absolutely just love this style. Like, it's awesome.
The whole book looks great. Yeah, actually, I've read a little bit of it. 'Cause, I got in on it when it was in published in Alterna. But yeah, it's I can't wait to see the whole thing. So I'm excited because he left off. You know what you did in the Alterna one. I won't
Right.
spoil nothing, but you know what you did to me. Like at that cutoff point,
Yeah,
I was like,
it's meant to sucker you in, give you a nice little cliffhanger ending, and you're like, oh, that's it. And you're like, yeah, now you gotta wait for the rest of it, So now you can get that second half over in book 1 here. So.
Sweet. And then we got Sims. Pull
Yeah.
that up here.
I'm
Unless you
Sim.
had anything else, Edwin. Obviously, I wouldn't want to cut you off. You had other stuff you wanted to.
No, that's pretty much everything on my end. But let's Sim pimp his stuff.
I'm Sim. I'm a comic book artist. I'm a storyboard artist, concept art. I did some storyboard for some movies. I've worked in type of little things. And doing comics. I'm the creator, writer, and artist of Blood Hunt, Nat the Merc, Lawani, which is all in Tales from the Nadverse, which you find there. This is the issue 2, the final issue of Tales from the Nadverse. And then we start in Nat the Merc and Lawani. And that's pretty much my background. I do 3D animation. I'm also an animator. I do sculpting. I do a bit of everything.
Look at that fucking chest hair.
If you go down all the way, you're gonna see there's 2 pages everybody's been going nuts about that I just shared for the first time not too long ago.
I love that. Dude, that guy getting shot in the face.
Yep.
Does not look happy. Let's see. You said like all the way down?
Yeah,
Like,
and the Blood Brothers one, the last page is where you see a big chunk of rock floating in space. So 4 stories in one big book. Are you getting there? There you go. Keep going down. I like to put animation in my panels, and then there you go. Those pages.
dang. That's dope.
The one above it. It's I didn't share them before this second chance campaign.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's sick. Really like this one. Really
Thanks.
like that one. That's just very iconic, like really standoutish. Love it.
Well, thank you. So it's a 116-page book, 4 stories, fully
Boo.
colored.
What is this?
Oh, it doesn't come like that printed, but I have to do that on Indiegogo, otherwise my campaign shut down.
What are you talking about?
It's a digital painting by yours truly.
I'm being
Yeah.
told
See?
by certain people that, it's all
That's
right
the
to
mini.
start kids off really young.
You just passed the minifigure. That's what it looks like. Go down. Right there.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a bullet casing on top.
Sweet. Look at that. Well, definitely tons of tiers on this one. So anyone interested, feel free to check it out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, man. I got to update the one over on Rumble, too. Oh.
And you can also get my previous book either there as add-on if you want everything together, or you can go on inkslayerintertainment.com and my books are there too.
Not these, though. Don't.
Yeah.
Although I am quite curious. I did notice Stone Cold Steve
Stunning
Austin
the wrestler.
Stunning.
2 in the Brave, 1 in the Stunning.
Well, then. Okay. He's going to Stone.
That was, yeah.
Cover you with love, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so Edwin, Greg, and Joe are all covered. Who's the fourth person? Oh, I think Sim just covered that. I was told I could be annoying and that there would be cake, says Rose. Hey, what's up?
That's accurate, Rose. I mean, everything except the cake, but I mean, you're right on the money.
And there's also a character in Tales of Never called Rose with pink hair, and she's a pirate with a big cybernetic arm.
Oop.
But she's Rose with a Z.
Well, now I'm going to have to ask you guys to talk again because now I got to go over to Rumble and do crap.
What's going on with your Rumble?
Oh, I gotta add your. I gotta add all your guys' information. You big silly.
So what's up, Ty Gallinger?
We got Ty. We got Rose. We got Shannon 1034. Chat's going beast mode.
I'm an Australian, so same thing, right? Yeah.
all the stuff you guys just talk about. Just say it again. You know what? We're just gonna restart the show all over. So
we also have Sean joining in saying, "Yo,
Sean.
What up, Sean? We got Sean. We got Ty.
Man, I felt like there was something funny I was going to bring up in the show, but I lost it somewhere in the middle because I got like too high and the brain I was thinking about. It'll come to me eventually.
No, you're making me want to take a smoke break.
Oh, Shani distracted.
Do what they wish.
The bad thing is I can't smoke in the house, so if I smoke, I have to go out.
We're all from Famalot.
Camelot. His Camelot from Alabama lot.
Oh, Cam. Oh man, that fight milk.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go collect my kid from school. That's always fun. School. Where's Eduardo?
I heard Camelot started taking Joe Rogan's alpha male pills, and now Camelot can stream for up to 6 hours straight. All thanks to Joe Rogan's alpha male pills. So you guys might want to think about that if you want to be stream masters.
What? What about? I wasn't listening.
Joe Rogan.
Oh. What about him?
No, I'm just being an idiot.
What about that man?
I always see his advertisements for his alpha male pills, and he even has like commercials where like chicks are like, "Let's pound these alpha male pills so I can get all the laundry done." I'm like, that's not selling me, Joe. I'll hate laundry no matter how many pills I take.
Wait a minute. What? Sorry, I'm distracted. Oh, there we go. Gosh, Rumble makes it so damn difficult to like edit shit.
I'm still waiting to have my 100 subs so I can start streaming from there, but I did link my YouTube to it.
Is it actually 100 subs?
It's 100 sub, or you pay the $10 a month or something. Then.
So I gotta, because I paid for it once and then canceled it, and then I could stream forever.
Huh. Okay, fair enough.
I'm not exactly sure how it works because unless it. Because I haven't I know I canceled it. It's not like it's been running forever. I mean, I would notice it, but unless it's, are you sure it's actual subscribers or like Rumble hits?
It said subscribers on the thing. If you reach 100 subs, yeah.
Huh. Okay. Maybe it was during a time where it's like any sort of.
Or maybe it's because you got it because when you open your Rumble, you already had a pretty successful YouTube that you linked to, so it probably gave it to you right away.
Oh,
I don't know.
Out of
because you already monetized. You know what I mean?
Out of the kindness of their own heart.
But because you are monetized, so it probably transfers. Me, I'm not monetized. I'm like I'm not even at 500 yet. I'm close to it, but I'm not there yet.
Well, we'll get you there, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Shaney says, Greg, you got to show the actual illustration art. Okay. Wait, of Sims? I went like through everything. I can do it again.
She needs to see it again.
I mean,
now,
look at that. I'm clearly not looking at a certain area. I'm looking right there on those abs.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the magical chest hair.
That grows that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming
And
to
then,
the next Zelda game. Watch out for that, guys.
Yeah, this is
He was
Zelda.
a big inspiration for a lot of these creators. You know, they steal all his ideas and put it in their own knockoffs. So
How's my
Trigon
birthday?
steal some of
Oh,
your
it's-
ideas?
Yeah,
good.
did you saw what Trigon did? They changed his arm to a blue metallic arm. To a teal
Yeah.
metallic arm.
Wait, the new
it's
Trigon did?
Yeah, the new Trigon. Yeah, like it's not like I'm a huge Trigon fan, and I have the mangas, and they changed it. The new series, they changed his arm to a teal metal arm.
Oh, yeah. For anyone new that just joined, and then for obviously the guests that are on as well, I've recently broken through like an anime hiatus spell because I was actually trying to pursue voiceover work in that stuff, and my best friend got canceled, so I got really pissed off and don't want to support them.
Mm.
But yeah, that's tying into the fact that I have not seen the new Trigun and stuff like that. But that's everyone taking that concept of that arm, man. Sucks. Greg, answer for my crimes. What crimes did I do?
Answer for your crimes, Greg. You
Ooh,
criminal.
Shani gifted 1 Power Craig membership.
Hey, Tom, what's up? Chaos, it is my birthday. I'm a whopping 35 years old. Yeah,
What's
that's
up,
it.
Thomas?
Tom is my friend from Illinois. I love how everyone's gifting memberships. When just be careful. It should hopefully be fixed eventually. But I have heard where if people get demonetized or are not monetized and people can still sign up for memberships, that you're kind of locked in until it gets fixed. So just be careful, sort of thing. I just now thought of that. So not trying to do everything. I'm working on it, though. I'm yelling at YouTube. Ty says, I am also 35. Nice. 35 for the win. 35 years old means 35 punches in the lip. Why? What did I do? Chaos Smash. No.
Getting chaos.
My gosh. Everyone just wants to hate me. It's so hard. It's so hard to know.
That was fucking brilliant. He set you up right for that.
We call that the ginger curse.
The moment you said it out loud, it becomes a bonding contract. So you're right there.
I just attract hatred towards me, which is fine. That's all right. I mean, everyone's just a free ride on my hat. You know what I'm saying?
Just tell him not the face. Just not the face.
Rose said, "Curb stomp his ass." Oh my gosh!
Good Lord.
Hey, I have a ginger child. He will steal your soul. Exactly, Rose. I keep telling people, like, look, everyone's just upset that we're immortal, but sometimes being immortal gets tiring, and we just need a soul to corrupt and destroy, and then cast away when it's no longer needed.
But you'll be happy to know that I'm Auburn red, so I'm also a ginger, but not full. Even my kids, both my boys, they like, those Auburn hair, but red beard.
Yeah, Sim's a fucking daywalker.
So
that's why we laugh at the fact. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. Shaney is asking once again for a roll call. So, Greg, and then down below with the stock melon,
the pink nipple
avatar. Yeah, the weird looking nipple thing is Edwin. The one named with Sim.
I'm Sim. What's that?
There's Sim. Joe, show your beautiful face.
I won't, and you'll like it.
Why not?
No, I will next week. I'm just in the midst of working, and I really don't want to have to think about how I look while I'm working.
That's the same reason why I do that too.
Fuck! So, like.
Otherwise, all you see is
I get why people want to see me, if that makes sense. You know.
They just want a free ride on that hair.
Yeah.
Discord, I do not have. Oh wait, I technically do, but like, it's garbage. I'm so bad with Discord. I do have a locals. That's in the description as well. Wait, what the hell? Oh, okay. My YouTube thing like always like plays back, like way back. I'm like, wait a minute, we're not even like sunk up. No balls, Joe.
Good Lord, Shaney.
Oh my
They're
goodness,
massive.
so beautiful.
They're I call my balls a glorious burden.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I think we've reached the end of this journey.
Yeah,
Like Zelda, we must
are.
pay the $70 at the door.
Oh man.
Okay, fine. Add me to the audio. I'll organize what's going on with your chaotic voices. I
It's
mean,
pure
really,
chaos in this point.
usually the show kind of goes on for like 2 hours and whatnot, so we're kind of winding down. But is there anything else anybody wants to plug in or talk about before we wrap things up?
I would say go check out the show that we're all on almost every Monday called The Hardline on the Diaz brothers. What is it? Is it Phil's? Zayd,
Yep,
Zayd,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, Zayd.
Zayd, and please go check out my channel under Sim Inkslayer because I'm giving away an omnibus of X-Men #1 and other cool stuff when I reach 1,000 and gets monetized.
Nice.
So that would be a good plug. And go check out Red Dress Press with Chris Evans, also known as Sugar Chris, where we do the morning roast and we promote a whole bunch of comics if you like comics.
Cool. Who's next?
Check out my death book. You're all familiar with it.
Yeah, check out is it Life? What's it called?
Hey now.
That's
Life.
Trying to fight me over here.
that's the new Disney series launching, copied on his book.
Yes. Totally original idea by the mouse.
And the sequel would be Triple D.
Triple D.
How dare you guys?
It ties in with the life, theme. If you go that way, Triple D's, the life-giving milk.
I put 14 minutes of thought into naming that book. How dare you? You motherfuckers.
How dare you? When I said go ahead and plug your shit, and you just give some half-ass. Oh yeah, death. Go check it out. You know it. The fuck is that?
I'm trying to draw here. Yes,
Well, you know what?
Death is a sci-fi fantasy graphic novel about a family struggling in the midst of territorial war.
Okay,
Between-
fuck the story.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
No.
see, I tried to tell you. You wouldn't listen.
No. Death, and all the other stories. Raid of the White Leopard, and the Natverse all look amazing. All look really unique. Really crisp, clean. Loving each and every different art style. So definitely go out and support all these guys. A lot. There's definitely a powerful movement happening when it comes to the indie area, not just for comics as well. We're really starting to see that. I mean, I'm sure the video game industry indie area is really exploding just as much. Hopefully we can kind of get that with anime, as you heard with Anime Matsuri and all that stuff. And yeah, it's just really exciting to see everyone being able to do what they want to do and not be not having to listen to retards pretty much who are trying to demand that you have a certain ideology fisted inside the butthole of your stories.
Ugh.
No, it's just fun entertainment.
Absolutely.
And you can't look at my stuff. You can't look at my book and not say I'm not having fun.
Yeah, it's
Chaos.
pure fun.
Joe, you're being called out by Chaos.
Oh shit! What's he saying?
He says, Joe, get your face on cam. I read
Oh my!
something completely different, and it was
You
not.
would like that, wouldn't you, Chaos? You would love that.
What's up,
You
Wedge
wish.
Mario?
Get
Rob.
real, Chaos.
All right, but yeah, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up the show for tonight. But obviously,
I love you,
last-
Chaos.
what's up?
I love you, Chaos. I was just kidding.
I would love to make fun of your mug, says Chaos Smash. And Shani with the 5 gifts. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. But more importantly, just thanks to everyone who swung by and hung out. I guess for me, if people want to know what's coming up next, this Saturday I'm going to be interviewing again Gary Wayne, the author of the Genesis 6 Conspiracy.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if you guys are very interested in kind of learning about the supernatural elements of cultures around the world, but specifically having kind of a Christian foundation into it, Gary has done a shit ton of research talking about that stuff. And he was on before. He has graciously scheduled something else again. And also, my boy Eric will be on with me. Talking with him about that. This time around, I'm thinking to kind of honing in on the topic at hand and asking Gary about what his research has brought up in the form of entertainment, in the sense of kind of the supernatural and demonic elements that I think are happening behind in the form of entertainment. So if anybody wants to check that out, that will be 6 p.m. Saturday, Central Time. And then let's see, can we watch Joe draw? Well, he's on his phone, and I don't know, he might be a boomer and not be able to know how to do that and set everything up.
Look, I got a new computer that will be here any day now, and I'll be able to do this stuff right and be on a good microphone and all that jazz. So let's save it for next week. Give y'all something to look forward to. You can you can have the pleasure of watching me draw. We'll make you wait for it for a little bit. I'll tease you. I'll post some pictures on Twitter for everyone to lick their chops to until next week.
Oh my gosh, Chaos just keeps calling you out, Joe. He says bullshit on the new computer. Wow.
Oh no, it's not. I'll show receipts.
Oh.
Trust me, I didn't want to buy it. It was not something I was like happy about doing. I was like, oh my fucking god. That was more of that situation. So
No, don't. Yeah, I need to upgrade. There's so much shit I want to upgrade, but it's just like, I can't at the moment. So, but the Lord will provide in some way, shape, or form. So, but thank you everyone who stopped by. Thank you, Joe, Sim, and Edwin for all swinging by.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. I love hearing people's stories and just seeing, and again, just the whole indie movement of just that unconditional support for everyone around, sort of thing. Unless, of course, you're like, meddling with kids or something, then unacceptable and worthy of damnation forever. And on that happy note, Chaos Smash ends with bald. Yes. Oh my gosh. Heaven's sakes. Yes, I'm bald. Or I'm getting bald. So everyone hates me. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, catch you guys later. Thanks for all the support. You guys have a good night. Take care. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean, for the happy birthday. And now everyone's, damn it, Chaos. Everyone's calling me bald now. No.
And thanks, Sean, for the membership.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for the membership, too. So, peace.